Lieutenant Governor Northam, the Atlantic Coast Pipeline is one of two pipelines that's been proposed in the Commonwealth. The Atlantic Coast one is about delivering natural gas to communities across the Commonwealth. This pathway, as you know, has some landowners and environmentalists concerned about the potential impact on waterways and aquifers. I wonder if you would please explain whether you believe the construction of the Atlantic Coast Pipeline is in Virginia's best interest.
Thank you, Kathy, for that question. And there are many concerns across the Commonwealth of Virginia, and I have listened to many of them, such as property rights, something that we need to be very cognizant of, and also environmental issues. We need to be environmentally responsible. We have to look at the different agencies that are available to deal with the pipeline and the regulations. In Virginia, we have the DEQ. I have worked with the DEQ. I wrote them a letter suggesting and asking them to change from a blanket permitting system to a site-specific permit. They have taken that into account and are going to move forward with that. That means that anywhere there's a stream or a river, that there will be a site-specific permit, and that we will use science and transparency if the pipeline moves forward. I think people need to also look at my record. I have fought against offshore drilling. I have fought against fracking in Virginia, as well as uranium mining. I've led the charge on sea level rise. We need to make sure that we wean ourselves away from fossil fuels and concentrate on alternative sources of energy, such as sun and wind, and we have made a lot of progress this past year. Today was an exciting day, and I don't know if anybody saw the announcement that Governor Terry McAuliffe and I made, but what we're advocating for is that by the year 2030, 30% of our energy production in the Commonwealth of Virginia will be from renewable energy. That's a great way to wean ourselves away from fossil fuels, decrease the amount of carbon that we're putting into the air, and make Virginia a safer place environmentally.
Thank you so much. Congressman Perriello.
You don't lead the fight against sea level rise by making a $6 billion 50-year investment in fossil fuel infrastructure. Right now, our utilities want to raise our rates to be able to invest $6.7 billion into fracked gas pipelines that they haven't even proved are necessary. That is not where the jobs and the businesses are growing over the next generation. This is like someone coming to you right when digital cameras were taking off and saying you should bet your pension fund on Eastman Kodak. This is not where growth is right now. It is going to move Virginia backwards because of the relationship between the utilities and the legislatures, both parties in the legislatures, whose biggest funder is Dominion Power. We have dropped behind North Carolina on solar energy jobs, and we're at real risk of falling behind Maryland on wind energy jobs. We will get to offshore wind, but because we haven't been leading on this, it's going to be Maryland companies manufacturing it and Maryland companies selling it to us. We need leadership now that is willing, as I have been, to take not $1 from the electric utilities and not make a bet on 50 years moving in the wrong direction. Virginia is a leader, not a follower, and this is the way to do it.
Thank you so much.